Here's Marshall. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Richardson, no luck. The Cavaliers on offense. They're on a 16-4 run right now. And the dunk by MP.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And so it's Garland who brings up the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Poor execution in that one. Not sure what led to the lack of focus, but coaching staff definitely not happy.
And they made some comments themselves that some of the fault might have lied with them because they didn't go in with the best of game plans and they didn't make the right adjustments. So we'll see tonight if they do.
And so here is New Orleans after the three-pointer from MP.
Yeah, really like the defensive focus and intensity at the start.
There's the three. Another three for Cleveland.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Here's Alvarado. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Hernan Gomez. The Cavaliers pull it in, and going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
And it wasn't a matchup they fared well in last year, as they just couldn't figure this team out.
Now Richardson, after the missed three from MP. Richardson finds Hernan Gomez. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. MP deciding where to go with it. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
Well, a lot of importance placed on outside shooting, and tonight you can see why after that kind of quarter exploding from the perimeter.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers, riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. And we'll be back with you shortly. And welcome back to the 2K Sports broadcast of the NBA, celebrating Martin Luther King Day. And looking at what we've seen, Cavaliers pretty much in control here, it would appear.
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
They've got Donovan Mitchell. He's out there with MP. Okoro out there with Evan Mobley. And it's Stevens in at the 4. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Timberwolves delivered. He finished with 14 points, and he capitalized quite a few times from distance, which was huge. What stood out was his hustle. The work ethic was what really allowed him to make an impact. Kevin?
Excellent, David. Yeah, he was very assertive in that last game, making things happen.
Absolutely made his presence felt. And I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to get it going early here tonight.
Every teammate in talking with them before the game says how much faith they have in him. They'll keep getting it to him.
Greg, Father Time is undefeated, and every player has to make the decision when it's time to retire. How big a factor was age for you?
Well, you don't want to leave anything on the table, but your body will tell you when it's time. I know that was the case for me.
Just 5 on the clock. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And that's only the first time.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers with a major And thanks for joining us again, folks. 2K Sports broadcasting here on MLK Day, bringing you the NBA. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Ingram in the front court with Williamson. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Daniels in at the shooting guard.
Yeah, the awareness and the natural playmaking ability starting to show up in Zion's play.
And as incredible as Zion Williamson has been and is, the big problem, Greg, is keeping him ready to play. His health.
And there have been all sorts of opinions chiming in on whether he can play at a high weight. But the bottom line is something needs to happen to keep him healthy. He's lost too much time early in his career.
McCollum against MP. Mobley with the block.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And how about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
They get it again. Williamson. The layup off target.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4 down the stretch. He's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And it's plays like that, Kevin, that show you why they are so far ahead, didn't settle for anything outside, and went right to the rim.
MP against McCollum. Allen right side. Out to the right wing. MP from deep three-point land. The rebound by Brandon Ingram. Ingram's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here is Daniels, covered by Mitchell. Ingram left side. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Zion Williamson.
And Okoro, he plays determined, but he also plays very physical, so he's going to draw fouls from anywhere.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
That's good from Okoro. Josh Richardson's checked in for Daniels. And so he makes both from the line. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Richardson outside. Kicks it to McCollum. Takes it from 10. Here's Valanciunas. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
There are ways to get a guy like Jonas Valanciunas to be aggressive in a game. You got to feed the big man, so get him the ball earlier and get it to him often.
The Pelicans shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas.
It is amazing how good a three-point shooter Jonas Valanciunas has become.
Well, he didn't attempt a 3 in his first 5 years in the NBA, and now he's shooting a ton of them. So he's got great feel, great touch, and it's done a lot to round.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Wade, he's checked in for Mobley. Green comes in for Okoro. MP's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Garland. The Pelicans also changing it up. Williamson comes in for Marshall. And Daniels subbed in for Richardson. Ricky Rubio is out there with MP. Then it's Green, and it's Wade in at center. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Greg, you read about Jimmy Butler starting his own coffee company, and he did that in the NBA bubble, and he drinks, he say, about 5 cups of coffee a day. Do a lot of NBA players drink coffee to keep them going and get that extra burst?
Absolutely. I remember drinking coffee on the bench late in my career. It's kind of a comfort food, warms you up a little bit, and all good things that can get you ready for action, I'm for.
And the Hornets going with a whole new group out there. Temple finds Richardson. His three-pointer's off the mark. Cleveland's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Offensive rebound. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Lewis kicks to Temple. The dish to Hayes. Richardson against Rubio. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Raul Neto's checked in for Ricky Rubio. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Cleveland?
They've been playing some really physical offense, just attacking the paint as much as possible. And I tell you what, they have been very successful with that strategy.
Well, you also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace, and that's produced some easy scores.
The three-pointer is right on target.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Cavaliers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for MP.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. MP, good.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Lewis with the three. Steffens pulls it in. Neto finds MP. From deep three-point range, that shot no good. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our